Hi guys, I'm Gasha. Welcome to the channel and welcome as always to our coffee times to discuss books in horror. And today I bring you a classic book haul.
It's coffee time!
First of all, you guys, I'm sorry because this week I had planned to upload 2 videos, but my camera decided to die, RIP, to my Canon. And so I had to make a quick decision, so I just researched the interwebs and I got a new camera. Lucky for me, it was delivered quickly and I'm still getting used to it. I haven't had much time to play with the settings and stuff. I still need to figure out a lot of things about the new camera. I know that I can record in 4K, I think, and upload and everything in 4K, which I would love to, bring more quality. It's also a camera that is going to allow me to have a microphone, like an external microphone. So hopefully the sound will be much better in the future. But again, things that I have to figure out yet. I don't think I'm going to be able to do a lot of these things before I go on holidays in August. But for now, I have a new camera, so we're all good to go and I can record again. I'm really excited. Yeah, I'm sorry if I don't look where I'm supposed to look. I have now the viewfinder on the right side and before I had it on the top. So it might be a little bit confusing for me at the beginning. So obviously I had to invest a lot of money in the camera and I do it because I want to keep uploading because I really love the channel, the community, and hanging out with you guys talking about horror books. And if you ever wanted to support me, now is the time. You can watch all my videos on repeat. I also have a Ko-fi account linked down below, but please do not feel like you have to. I made the choice of buying a new camera and spending the money for the channel, but if you would like to support me a little bit, now it's a good time because I had a big purchase now for the channel, a big investment for it. So now without further ado, let's dig into the book haul. So in today's book haul, I think I have a total of 28 books. Most of them are either new releases or kind of more vintagey paperbacks. So I would like to let you know guys what I have been purchasing. Some of them that are the new releases might be books that you have seen me talking about before, because obviously I have been doing wrap-ups, I've been doing TBR videos and all of that, so I might have already included some of those, but I'm still gonna mention them here in case you missed one of those videos. Before we go to the new releases, there are 2 books that I got at the secondhand bookstore. I haven't visited the secondhand bookstores in a long time, so I feel like I soon will return and check if they have new things. But I found a non-fiction book that I thought was quite interesting to me as a gamer, because it's called 10 Things Video Games Can Teach Us About Life, Philosophy, and Everything by Jordan Erica Weber and Daniel Iliopoulos. I'm pretty sure it's Greek and I cannot pronounce that. And I decided to pick this one up because I enjoy books that approach, games, horror, all of the things that I enjoy, and bring it to the more philosophical field and kind of show us how real life relates to games and horror and all of that. So I don't know, maybe I'm hyping this book up a little bit because I'm really intrigued to see what kind of things they mentioned. I've been playing video games for a very long time, since I was a kid. I always loved video games, and yeah, so I'm excited to check this one out. The next book is a book that when I saw it, I hesitated. I didn't know if I really wanted to pick this one up because I was unsure that it was going to be something for me. But I don't know, the paperback was really cute and I thought, why not? It's called Bleeding Sorrow and it is by Marilyn Harris. It's this one here. And it has like red spread edges, but it is quite an older paperback. And it says that it's a romantic saga of dark desire and haunted love. I know that it takes place in a manor. I see here a ghost, but there's probably gonna be a lot of romance, maybe even sexy time. I don't know. But I decided to pick it up because it was cheap and I don't know, it caught my attention. I don't know, I thought I could give it a shot. Maybe a little bit of romance in a manor with a ghost. Unsure of how this one is gonna work out, but if you guys know about these series or these books, please let me know. Next, let's move on to the new releases. These are all books that came out in 2023, and these ones I have either already read or I am currently reading, so I am going to just quickly let you know which ones those are. The first one is Let's Play Murder by Kezia Lupo. I've talked a lot already about these books, so I'm not gonna go into detail. It's just a murder mystery set out in a VR game. A lot of fun. It's a YA murder mystery and really enjoyed it. Check out my review if you want to have a more in-depth but still spoiler-free review of the book. Then I have The Only One Left by Riley Sager, and this is a book that I am currently about to finish. Like, I have a couple of chapters left and I am buddy reading these with Nakia, whom I love, and this has been one of the best buddy reads I've ever done. I am having so much fun talking to Nakia about the book. We've been trying to figure out all the mysteries and the twists and turns, and it's just been so much fun. Honestly, this has been a Riley Sager book that I have truly enjoyed so far. I still have a couple of chapters left, so I hope nothing happens that is gonna make me change my mind, but so far I'm really loving it. We find ourselves in a manor at the edge of a cliff, and inside lives the only survivor of a massacre that happened in that very same manor back in 1929. She is now older and needs the help of a caregiver. Our other main character is Kit, and she's going to be this caregiver that is going to go and take care of the only survivor of the massacre, Lenora, and we follow Kit as she's trying to figure out what actually happened that fateful night in 1929 where everybody in the house was murdered except of Lenora. I would say if you like this kind of Victorian Gothic vibe books about a manor, family mysteries and stuff like that, this is definitely going to be a book up your alley. Next we have The Launch Party by Lauren Forey, and this is a book that was quite anticipated for me. I was really looking forward to this murder mystery in the first hotel in the moon, where we have 10 strangers that have won a ticket to this wonderful new hotel, and they're really excited, you know, for a free trip to the moon, be the first ones in this hotel. But everything will go south when they realize that somebody has been murdered. Now, you can read my thoughts on Goodreads. You can't wait for my next wrap up, but what I can tell you is I was kind of disappointed by this book. Next we have 2 Minutes with the Devil by Matt Micheli, and this is a novella based in the 80s about a town in which children go missing. That's what I'm gonna pitch to you. Don't want to go into too much detail, but I devoured this novella, absolutely loved it, and I cannot wait to read more by the author. I wish this would have been novel length. I wish I would have learned a lot more about everything that was going on there. But definitely if you're looking for a cool summer vibe novella based in the 80s, this is definitely one that you should check out. Next we have You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight by Kaylin Bayron, and I started reading this just last night. So far I'm enjoying it. In this book we are in a summer camp, Camp Mirror Lake, and it is a place where you can go for a horror experience. So in 1983, they did a movie based in this camp, and it was a slasher movie, you know, one of those cheesy 80s movies, and this camp still preserves some of the cabins that they used to shoot the movie, and now what they do is some sort of like theater play. They just invite a group of people and they give them an experience and they have to survive the night. I have not read too far into the book yet to have a firm opinion about it, but I love that this book plays on the trope of the final girl. It's one of my favorite tropes. I love a strong final girl. So we shall see, you know, if it delivers for me. And the last new release that I have for you, and that actually was just delivered to me yesterday, is Getting Away with Murder by Catherine Foxfield. So I know that this book also features a game. I think it's a company that is trying to do some investigation on you know, horror tropes, survival, who would survive in horror movies. You know, you have your typical characters like the geek, the pretty one, the joke, and all of these. And basically, the artificial intelligence in the company puts a certain people inside of the game, and now they have to survive. They have to fight for their life, something like that. I'm sorry, that was such a bad synopsis, but it's something like that, and I am really excited, especially after I enjoyed Let's Play Murder so much, and I do love when characters are being placed somewhere against their will and they have to fight for survive. So I am really excited for this. Now, leaving the new releases behind, let's keep on going. So the next book is a book that I've been meaning to pick up basically since it came out. I have been postponing it, and it was about time for me to get a copy of Mary by Nat Cassidy. I know the author is coming out with a new book this year, and I really wanted to try Mary first, so I picked up a copy and it's here and it's beautiful and I love it. All I remember from the plot of this book is that Mary is a middle-aged woman, and I think at some point she starts having visions that have something related to a serial killer or some killings. So that sounds amazing to me. I've heard great things about this. I think they said it's a mix between Midsommar, American Psycho, and stuff like that, and I'm like, yes please. So I might try to push this one to August because I really want to read it. Next is Little Eyes by Samantha Schweblin, and this is another one that I've been meaning to pick up. I really want to try this book. It is about, you know, a possible future in which we have these tiny robots that almost look like Furbies and allow you to look into other people's lives and follow them in their daily life and what they're doing wherever they are. So you can be either a viewer, or you can also be the one that says, hey, I want people to watch me. And these little things are called Kentuckys, these kind of like little robots that allow you to see into other people's lives. So I'm really excited about this concept because it also, you know, combines horror and technology, and where we are, you know, kind of getting into in the future. This is a possible scenario. Something like this could potentially happen, because I know a lot of people are curious to see what others are doing in their private lives. So it's something that, you know, it could actually happen. Next, I have a book that I purchased with a purpose. I'm not gonna tell you what's the purpose, but I purchased Killing Mr. Griffin by Lois Duncan. She is the author of I Know What You Did Last Summer, and other classics. So I have never read this book. I know it's about a teacher that everybody hates, but then people start dying, something like that. I think it's your typical, you know, teenager group of people where one of them is a killer, something like that. But yeah, I've got this book because I have a plan for this, so stay tuned. Next, I am so happy to report that I have been able to complete my Creep Over series. I have been hunting these books down for a while now because it is really hard to get the older covers. They started, I think, in 2023. I think they stopped the production of these ones, and they are now redoing them with new covers that I don't like so much. I love the older ones, plus I had the majority of the series already with these covers, so I just had to finish it. So I was able to get volume 10. It's all downhill from here, and volume 13, Read It and Weep. I just love this cover so much, so I managed to get these. I'm so happy because I ordered them. I think they came somewhere from the US and I was not even sure if they were gonna make it. But they made it home. They made it. So now I have the Creep Over series complete. And keeping it with the middle grade spooky books, I have Camp Murder Phase 1 and 2. So the first one is Camp Murder Phase, the second one is Camp Murder Phase Doom in the Deep. I still have not read these ones. They are on my July TBR pile, so I will be reading them before the end of the month, and I will be reporting back to you guys. These I found randomly, I think, somewhere, and when I saw them, I had to get them because these sounds like so much fun for summer, so I hope that they deliver. There are also obviously those typical books where you have a summer camp where kids are being sent to, and then something happens. I don't know if kids go, I think it was here where kids go missing. We are in the 80s as well in these books, so I am really excited for this. Another new book that I bought for my July TBR pile is this one here from the Fear Street Books. It is Party Summer by Errol Stein, and it's another one that I got because I needed more summer themed books for this summer, and I still have to read it, but really excited. This is about a group of friends that go to a hotel, and when they get there to start their holidays, they realize that there is nobody else in the hotel. It looks very shady. Some part of the hotel is said to be haunted, so we shall see how this one goes down. And I have yet another middle grade horror book. This is not summer themed, but it is The Ripper of Whitechapel by Yvette Fielding. This is the second book in the Ghost Hunter Chronicles. I want to read the 3 books that are going to be out in 2023. The third book will release later this year, and I want to read the 3 of them before I go to Yalk to meet the author and bring my copies of the books. So I still have not read the first one, but these ones look like a lot of fun, and I'm always looking for new cool middle grade spooky books, so I'm hoping these ones are gonna be good. And the last book before we jump into the more kind of vintage paperbacks, the last one is actually a supernatural book. This is Supernatural Night Terror. So I have been rewatching Supernatural with my partner. We just finished season 8, so we're gonna start season 9. And I've always been a lover of the show. I'm Team Dean forever, and also Crowley and Bobby. Those I think are my 3 favorite characters of the show. And I've never read the books, and I know there's quite some out there, so I decided to start with the first one. But I would like to collect these and read them because I want more Supernatural. I am addicted to the show and the characters, so I don't know if the books are any good. If you read any of the Supernatural books, let me know down below. Same as with Supernatural, there's other paperbacks based on other movies or TV shows that I would like to get. For example, the ones from Buffy, but those are not so easy to get for me. But I managed to get one from one of my favorite movies, which is The Crow. This is called Quoth the Crow, and I love the movie so much. Like, that first movie was, for me, everything growing up. I loved it so much, and I have never read these books, this paperback, so I found this one and I decided to get it, and I think there's a couple more out there for sure, so I'll try to get those as well. Now let's move to the vintage paperback section of this video. So I am happy to report that I managed to add 2 more books to my Point Horror collection. The first one is The Babysitter 2. Super excited. I did get a copy of The Babysitter thanks to Amy McCall. Like, she was super kind to send me a couple of her doubles of Point Horror, and one of them was The Babysitter. So now I have the second part, and I'm really excited to read it. And the other one that I got is April Fools. I could not believe I found these for cheap online, and of course I snagged that as quickly as I could. So I can also add this one now to my Point Horror collection. And then I have 2 older paperbacks from Stephen King. The first one is Misery. So I saw this one and I decided to pick it up. I still do not have the hardcover edition of the book. I'm trying to find all Stephen King hardcovers when I can find them somewhere for a decent price. So until then, I thought, why not? Let's pick up this copy in case I want to reread the book. I can always then grab it, and this cover is also pretty cool. And the other one is Night Shift by Stephen King, because I also do not have a hardcover copy of this yet, and I do want to reread these stories. I think this is one of his best compilations, and it does include The Boogeyman, which, you know, in 2023 this year we got the new adaptation of the film, which I do recommend you guys to go and check out. So I wanted to revisit the short story and decided to pick up a copy. So the next books, I don't know much about all of them because these are horror paperbacks that I just find and decide to pick up, mostly based on either the author or because I love the cover, and I always love to be surprised by these older paperbacks and see what they're actually about. The first one is called The Image by Charlotte Paul, and it says An Electrifying Novel of Fear. So it's this book here. It's a woman that gets eye surgery and she gets a cornea donor, and that immediately reminded me of the movie The Eye, which is also one of my favorite Asian horror films. So I'm really excited about this one and see if it has any kind of resemblance at all with that movie. Then we have James Herbert, Moon, and this one obviously I picked up just because he's James Herbert and I want to read more by him. And it's one of those books that you can open up a little bit. It looked cute and I just decided to add it to the collection. The next one is also by an author that everybody knows, and that is Clive Barker. So I found Weave World by Clive Barker and I decided to pick it up. It's a book that I do not own. I believe this one came from the secondhand bookstore, so it was also fairly cheap. And I decided, why not? You can never go wrong with Clive Barker. Then I have a book, it's called Addison House by Claire McNally, and it says, Come Home If You Dare. This is another one that I bought just purely based on the cover and that it was an older horror paperback. What it says in the back is that it's about this house where a woman moves in with her gang of orphans, and then things don't go as expected. I don't know if it's gonna be like a classic haunted house scenario or if it's gonna be more like a slasher or something like that, but it sounded good, so I'm excited. Next we have a favorite of mine. We have Richard Lehman, and I found Resurrection Dreams, and of course I had to grab it for my Richard Lehman collection. I haven't read a Richard Lehman in a couple months, so maybe it's time to go back to Richard Lehman soon, because for me his books are always a win. I mean, of course you always love some more than others, but it's one of those authors that brings me some comfort and I really enjoy his depraved, disgusting, disturbing stories. So I have to return to those soon. And the last two, I'm so excited that I found these. These are two Virginia Andrews, VC Andrews books. The first one is called Ruby, and it is this quite interesting paperback copy of the book. And this one was actually a freebie that I got with a purchase of several horror paperbacks. So the seller decided to add this one in for free, and I am so thankful because this one looks so cool and I have never read Ruby. I know it's a popular one of hers, so I can't wait to dig into it. And the last one, I'm so happy about this one. It is VC Andrews' Pearl in the Mist. And this copy, you guys, is absolutely stunning. I love it. You can open it like this. I mean, this is just perfection, but not just that. If you open the back, you get a free bookmark, and it's still pristine attached to the book. When I saw this, I died. I gagged, I died. I didn't know what to do with myself. This is so beautiful. I love this copy so much. And another one that I cannot wait to read. Yeah, so pumped that I managed to get this one. I think this is my favorite from the vintage paperbacks that I was able to snatch. Alright, you guys, so those were all the books that I have added to the collection. Those are all the ones that I was able to find. I'm trying to focus on books that I really want to read and books that I really want to add to the collection. So I am pretty pleased that I am being more selective at the moment and slowly but surely building up and completing series, building up collections. So yeah, let me know, you guys, down below what you thought about the book haul, what you thought about the books that I got. Let me know down below what is the latest book that you have purchased for yourself. Thank you guys as always so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next coffee time. Bye!